name is Mark Lofton. I'm located in Southern California. My hangar is located at an airport about 5 miles north of Burbank. It's called Whiteman Field. I'm working on Panther kit number 101, and in that kit I'll be installing a Titan IOX-340 along with a Synich 3-bladed prop, and also adding a Raven inverted oil system. The reason I chose the Panther, let's see, I had some experience with my father back in the Midwest. His last project, which he finished in 2016, was a Sonex, and I had visited him, I don't know, 10 or 12 times over a 2.5 year period. And during that period of time, gained some experience with cherry rivets, bulkheads, skins, ribs, spars, fuselage, etc. And that was one of the main factors, I think, is just the familiarity of the Panther assembly relative to the Sonex. The reason I chose the IOX-340, it's pretty simple. One word explains it: horsepower. I wanted to have as much horsepower up front that was reasonable without going overboard. This project, I had two basic missions with that, and one of those missions is cross country. I'll be flying from Southern California to a property up in Nevada, and in that flight be climbing up over the Sierra Nevada mountain range. I wanted to be able to get to that altitude quickly and fly at 14,000 to 17,000 comfortably. The other mission is basically to have fun, aerobatics, and go fast. I'm going to be installing the Dynon Avionics package. I have the HDX along with a couple of control panels, radio, comm, autopilot, and altitude, heading, track control panels. Also installing on the IOX-340 an EFII, which is an electronic fuel injection and engine management system, which is this box here. Otherwise, I really wanted just to have one big screen and a fairly simple cockpit. The switches down below will be standard toggle switches and circuit breakers. I've custom made some stick grip and throttle grip, which will have a 4-position toggle built into the top of the stick, and another one in the throttle, along with a couple of buttons, which will give me some HOTAS elements. With the electronic fuel injection kit that I'm using, I won't be needing a mixture control, so this will just be cabin heat. I'll give you a little tour of what I've completed thus far. The tail cone is attached to the fuselage cage. Landing gear is installed and sitting on the floor. All the flight controls within the fuselage cage and empennage are complete. Underneath this panel here are 2 fuel pumps that go along with the electronic fuel injection system. Here's a look at the IOX-340 with the injection nozzles and the fuel supply and return. Also have the Raven tank installed along with the hoses going to the various points. The EFII electronic fuel injection system is a continuous loop system. Here's the throttle body for the EFII. The rest of the components for the electronic fuel injection system and engine management are here. There's working on the firewall design using a 1/8 inch piece of masonite, which gives me a lot of options to cut holes and refill those holes, looking for a good fit for all the components. The Panther kit has been a real joy to spend time on. I think Dan did a masterful job in designing and tooling the parts for the kit. They have gone together without question almost perfectly, which just makes it go along pretty smooth. And for a first-time builder, I really have nothing but praise for what Dan's created here. Here's a look at the tail cone, the empennage, tail feathers installed. I'm leaving this unattached for the time being until final assembly. Here we can take a gander at the Sonex, which my dad finished in 2016. He's now 83, still flying, but not building anymore. This was his last project. I was fortunate to get a hangar that had a little office in it with an air conditioner, which I installed. I decided to cut open one of the walls of the office, install some barn doors, and roll the fuselage inside so that I can work on the engine in some cool weather, because it gets 100 to 115 degrees here in the hangar. Here's the canopy. It's pretty much complete as far as the major work. All the latches, etc., have been installed. I've installed a quick release on the right side. All the major components are completed. Get ready to start working on the cowling.